All right. First of all, before I go into my speech, I just want to tell you something, because today we are here in the Sembawang GRC, and because my teammate and I, we are here candidates for you in Sembawang GRC. And I want to say, as leader of this group, that I'm very, very proud to be working with my teammates. The person that you have just heard just now, Mr. Sada Sivam, great guy. Dr. James Gomez, Mr. Jared Leo, he's young, but don't let his youth fool you. He's full of energy, full of ideas for our youth here in Singapore and in Sembawang GRC. And of course, the veteran politicians, Muhammad Isa. They are all great people. I'm very proud to be in a team with them. Can you give them a round of applause? You know, before this election, many, many months ago, we did a survey. And in this survey, we want to find out from Singaporeans what are the issues that they think is most important for the coming election. Well, we got quite a few issues that people are concerned about. But 3 issues came up top. These 3 issues came up over and over again. People tell us, you must address the rising cost of living. And we say we will. Many people told us that you must address the issues of rising HDB price. And we say we will. And people told us that we must address the issues of foreign workers. And we say we will. And it is these 3 issues that I want to focus on in my speech today. Our country, our government kept telling us over and over again that we are so rich, you should feel proud of yourself because you're so privileged, you have to be grateful. Does that sound familiar? Yeah, look at your neighbors, look at Cambodia, look at Vietnam. You got to be grateful. But they didn't say, look at Switzerland, look at Denmark. They didn't say that. Why? Because we are still far from being first class, first world. I agree. Well, the thing that bothers me so much, that troubles me, is when I see on the street one of our elderlies having to pick from the trash can things like cardboard, canned drinks, empty canned drinks, just to make a living. Now, if you do that for a hobby, that's fine. But I'm quite sure they weren't doing that for fun. They have to get their next meal and their next. I just spoke to one person recently and asked her, how much can you get from your selling this paper carton? And she told me, $4 a day. You know, with $4 a day, I don't know how she survived. This morning, I was here in Marsiling, and I was shaking hands with a lot of people on my walkabouts, and I met this person, and I introduced myself, and I asked him for support. He got very agitated. And I thought, maybe I'm getting to, maybe I bump into a PAP supporter or something. But no, he was agitated. And when I listened to him more intently, he was complaining to me how that his life was really bad enough. And now, with the influx of foreign workers, it got worse. And do you think, I start trying to guess what kind of job he's in. Is he a manager? Is he a, what? Is he a technician, an engineer? Well, he told me that for the last 1 year, he has been picking cotton boxes just to make ends meet. And now, even with that, he say in his agitated way, he says, 我这个 How do you say cotton box? 纸箱 That's right. He says, 我这个纸箱的生意，小小的纸箱生意，他们也要跟我抢。And he's pointing to the foreigner, the Chinese PRC, who came here, who brought their parents, and then their mom start picking up cotton boxes too. Now, even that, we are faced with competition. I mean, that is really pathetic. What has our country come to? What has our country come to?
The best issue number one.
Yesterday morning, I was on my round 2. And I met this person and extended my hand. And he looks kind of, sometimes you have to guess whether they speak Chinese or they speak English or Malay or what, So I kind of sized him up a little bit and thought, maybe I should approach him with my Chinese, even though it's not really good, right? So I went up and says, 陈良玉候选人，请多多支持我们. And he says, English, please. Okay, so I use my English and introduce myself. And then he said, don't worry, I will support you, but you must speak up for me. And I said, sure, that's what I do best, speaking up for the people. I said, what do you want me to speak up on your behalf? And then he says, I've got no job for a year. I lost it to foreign workers. And as he was saying that, there was tears coming down his eyes. And I just don't know how to react. My heart went out to him. But what can I do? I can't do anything. But together, all of us can do something. All of us can go to the voting booth and tell our government enough is enough. No more. You stop right here. We draw the line. No more such nonsense for the people of Singapore. So what is the solution? What is the solution for the SDP comes up with? Well, there are many problems in our society, and the SDP in our manifesto have come up with a solution, and sometimes more than one, for each of these problems. I would like you, I can't tell you all the solution, but I would like you to go to our website, yoursdp.org. Okay? Go in there and you look at our manifesto. We have broken it up into 15 different issues, and you will get solution for that 15 issues, ranging from economic, from foreign workers, right down to environments and women issues. And so, Go in there and take a look. But more than that, I want you to do this. Print them out and give it to your uncle, your aunt, your mom, your dad, your gong gong, your ama, who have no access to internet or doesn't know how to go in there. Show them. Tell them about it. Explain to them. Do your part, because we can reach out to everybody even though we wanted to. But for tonight, I'm going to just pick one of these solutions. The solution to this foreign workers problem, the SDP says we must implement the Singaporean first policy. What it simply means is that an employer that wants to employ a foreign workers has to first give Singaporeans priority. You can find a Singaporean that fits the shoe, then you can go to a foreign workers. Then you can employ a foreign workers. But you have to show and demonstrate that you have tried. Now, some people say that, oh, isn't that kind of difficult, really cumbersome? Well, not really, because many countries have that kind of policy. I live in America for 10 years. They do have that kind of policy. And these are countries I'm talking about that has got stronger economy than we have. So, why can't we just follow them? Not because we want to follow them for following's sake, but they have a solution for this problem already. So it's really a simple thing. So that is our solution for the people, for you, for us. But why does SDP think that way? Why do we come out with this solution? Why do we think this solution is good? It is because the SDP believe that as Singaporean, you must come first. The SDP believes that our economies is built by people like you, and you. Not foreigners. Who contribute to this society? Who built this society up? We do. And Singapore has got talent. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. We will import talents only when we need it. Not just open the floodgate for everybody. There you go. Well, let me tell you what we can do to solve this problem finally. And it will be the beginning of the final solution. Here it is. If you, like me, is fed up of having to watch over your job because somebody else comes along accepting a lower fee, a lower wage. If you are fed up of having to compete with dozens of others because they don't have reservist liability and you have, and you lost out. If you are fed up of being treated like a second class in your very own country, there's only one thing you have to do. I think you know the answer already. Vote for the SDP. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Remember that when the day comes, and the day of reckonings is very near.